first time I ever cared enough about my mother to go and be there for her in her time of need was the time I found out she was going to die. And pardon me, I've told this story about 1,000 times, and it hurts every single time I tell it. So I'm sitting there, and like my dad all of a sudden hears this news, and he just starts crying, which I'd never seen in my life, because men are tough, and rub some dirt on it, and if you're not bleeding, you're not hurt, and put your head down and work hard and never complain and never have feelings and never have emotions. So it wrecked me to see him cry, and then he quickly remembered he's a man, and men don't cry. So he did the whole, man, it must be dusty in here thing, and got up, and the doctor said, I'm sorry, there's nothing more we can do. My mother said, it's okay. They get in the car, tell me to follow them to their house in Midtown Memphis, where they were in the middle of trying to sell. They were going to get clothes, and then they were going to go down to our farm to just figure it out between the two of them. So I follow them back over there. I'm sitting in the vehicle going, what the heck? What, Lord, what? Like, what's happening? And I was so angry, and I get there, and my dad goes in the house, and I opened the car door on my mother's side because she was just sitting in the car, and I just fell into my mother's lap. Now, she was about 5'4". At the time I was 6'8", about 275, and I just fell into her lap. And I just started crying, and I said, Mom, this isn't fair. This isn't right. Like, what is going on? Like, this can't be right. We need a second opinion, and this just isn't fair. And my mother was sitting there rubbing my hair. That's why I have no more. She rubbed it all off. But, like, she would just rub my head. She's like, it's okay, John. It's okay. Everything's going to be all right. And I know Jesus, and I've served Jesus impeccably my whole life. Like, yes, I've had problems and I've struggled, but like I've always made Jesus the focus point of my life, and I've gone to him through all of this, and I always knew this could be a possibility. And I was so angry. I remember sitting up and I was like, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear about God right now. Where's God in this? Right? Where's the fairness in this? Because nobody knew the secret life I was living. Like, nobody knew it, because I could fool anybody. I could convince anybody. That's why I was a great salesman. I could put on whatever mask you wanted. I was this guy at the gym, and this guy at the bar, and this guy with this group of friends, and this guy at work, and this guy at church when I went. And so I just sat up, and I'm like, Mom, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear about God. This isn't right. Like, and all I was thinking was you. How can you be okay with this? Like, Jacob's never going to know you. Like, he's barely even 8 months old. He's never going to remember you. He's never going to know how great you are. And what if we have other kids? And I need you. You don't know what's going on in my life. And I. In that moment, looking back at it, this woman found out she was going to die, and all I could say was I.